at 10.
A mix-up in birth control pills leads to more than 100 unplanned pregnancies. Wrong medication, something you should be worried about. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. Because of a packaging mess-up, those women were taking placebo pills when they should have been taking active pills. And now those women are suing the drug manufacturer.
Valley News Team's Cornelius Hawker talks with a local pharmacist tonight about how you can make sure you're getting the right medication, even if you've been taking it for years.
Whenever you pick up a prescription, you always want to go over the label with the pharmacist.
That's one piece of advice pharmacist Steve Kovalok offers up to anyone picking up a prescription at any pharmacy.
I think it's important to always ask questions with the pharmacist on, what the basics, what the medication is for, side effects, how do I take it.
Those types of questions could save you a lot of money, but more importantly, your health in the long run. I asked Kovalok if you need to be worried about any of your medications in light of the recent birth control issue.
What's happening with the birth control, that is very rare. Something like that does not happen very often. It's just another point of emphasis to go over with your pharmacist as far as the appearance of the tablet, and just make sure that you are aware of how to take that medication in a safe way.
One thing you should keep in mind, drug manufacturers will often change, Kovalok says, which can sometimes cause a prescription you normally take to come out of the bottle looking a little different.
Whenever we get a manufacturer change, we always put a sticker on the bottle, and what the sticker basically says is that the medication has changed. Shape, color, size may be different.
Making sure you are getting the right medicine and the right dose. Cornelius Hawker, Valley News Live.
Now, there is a link on valleynewslive.com where you can look up any of your medications to see if they're under any type of recall. Just click on this story on our website.
2 days after that, we broke the exclusive story of the Minnesota DNR investigating illegal hunting tactics on Walter Palmer's land, more people are coming forward about possible deer herding on Palmer's Clay County property. Palmer's the Minnesota dentist who was cleared of any wrongdoing after killing Cecil the lion in Africa earlier this year. Hunters in that area of Clay County say that they saw the cars drive by 15 to 20 times. One hunter even saying he saw the trucks go by about 15 times in a 2-hour period. After our story aired, many people commented on the Valley News Live Facebook page, stating they have seen the trucks before. In a voicemail left earlier this week for our original whistleblower, DNR officer Gary Forsberg says they are investigating and consulting the county attorney.
See what we can do with this deal. It's been going on long enough, so we'd like to see if we can put an end to it somehow. It may be tough, but it's worth a shot.
The Minnesota DNR says the investigation is ongoing. There's no time limit on when it could be or should be completed. A man was rescued tonight by being pulled from the Red River. Police and fire units responding to the Minnesota side near the Yumcomb Center around 7:30. They say the man was found conscious, but they were unsure how long he was in the river. A skateboard and a couple of articles of clothing were found on the Fargo side of the river.
Police are asking for your help in locating a missing woman from Lakota, North Dakota. They're looking for this woman, 26-year-old Kayla Ramsrud. The Nelson County Sheriff's Office says the investigation is active, and it is still unclear if there was any foul play in the case or how long she's been missing. You're asked to contact the Nelson County Sheriff's Department if you have any information, and that number is on your screen.
A follow-up to an investigation back in September that revealed more than 3,000 rape kits in Minnesota haven't been tested. A new report today released by the Minnesota BCA shows where the kits are and how much it could cost. A rape kit consists of evidence gathered in a hospital, including DNA after an alleged sexual assault. The Bureau of Criminal Apprehension says more than half of the state's untested kits are in counties and cities near Minneapolis. For the 6 police and sheriff's departments in Clay County, there's a total of 13 kits that have gone untested. Moorhead police say they're always expecting to have a few because if in the course of the investigation there becomes no reason to get the DNA evidence, they won't.
Recognize that these kits do cost approximately $1,500 to the taxpayers of the county to process. It's something that is a very small, of small importance for cases that need to be processed, but if it's something that brings no evidentiary value to the case, it's our due diligence not to use that resource.
The BCA says it would cost $4.4 million to completely clear the state's backlog. State representatives say the legislature might discuss guidelines for agencies to follow to prevent a future backlog. Right now, there are no uniform standards from one department to the next.
Hundreds of colleges and universities staged marches today in support of free tuition, a $15 minimum wage for campus workers, and the cancellation of debt from student loans. It's known as the Million Student March. The demonstrations at schools from Massachusetts to Hawaii were inspired by remarks Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders made during an interview with Katie Couric in June. The Democratic presidential candidate said Republicans in Congress would be forced to tackle the student debt program if 1 million young people marched in Washington. The marches target the cost of college. They were scheduled before student protests over racially charged incidents at the University of Missouri, and Yale put a renewed national focus on how colleges are dealing with diversity.
Do you ever struggle getting your kids to make their bed? If you do, you're not alone.
No, and there is an as seen on TV product trying to help you solve that problem. It's called the Zippy Sac, and it's supposed to help making bed be fun for the kids, but you never know if those products you watch on TV actually work.
Valley News Team's Nicole Johnson bought the Zippy Tuck over to the bunk bed of a 5-year-old twin girl and shows us if it actually works.
It's a typical 5-year-old's room.
Stop bouncing on my bed.
Which means the bed isn't always picture perfect.
I'll pull hard. Got it!
This is Sienna and her twin sister, Sydney.
Yeah, it's even big. You guys
They've been asking for Zippy Sacs for weeks.
Yes, we saw these on TV. Santa really wants a cat one.
They agreed to talk to us on camera if they could try one out. Their mom, Jessie,
Okay.
Goes over the corners.
Thanks.
was skeptical about the Zippy Sac. She thought maybe the material was too thin or the design didn't work as well as they claimed.
Okay, let's zip this up.
Turns out, it only took seconds to put on.
There.
And the girls thought it was comfortable enough to spend the whole night
Santa!
under the fleece.
Yeah, and it's pretty hard when I make my bed. But Zippy Sac's easy. I think I want it for real. And
They agree. They each want one.
I want it because I like it so much. Yes, I would like it if it was a unicorn. The dinosaur?
But like many sisters, don't agree on which one.
Actually, I wanted to get the robot.
Usually, as seen on TV, products take a lot of heat. But this time, even mom couldn't find an issue.
It's a good idea. It's kind of funny why we haven't thought about it. Why didn't I invent this? I mean, really.
Come alive! I'm funny.
Cleanup time in this bedroom just got a little more fun. Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
The Zippy Sac is sold at a lot of popular stores like Walmart, JCPenney's, and Walgreens for around $30. We found it online for around $20.
Valley News Live 10 at 10 continues with